missile away, and you can see the automatic transition to an STT. And up here we see we have RTS, track while scan, or return to track while scan if we need to. But if we do that now, it would actually break the STT, and the missile would miss the target at that point. And splash target. So you can see very simple to use the AIM-7 as well. Let's go return track while scan, and we're back. Next, let's take a look at using the scan raid in the expand modes. So next we have two different modes to allow you to kind of break out closely flying aircraft. That's the scan raid mode and the expand mode. So with the raid mode, we can go ahead and have an LS target and hit the raid push button to expand this to a 10-mile scope, which zooms in on the LNS. Or we can actually disable it, and then we can do the HOTAS function and select raid and do the same thing. And this will center on the LNS target unless we switch it to a different target. Come back out. And the expand mode works in a very, very similar manner. That it will center on the LNS but keep sweeping in the area around it at a 20-degree scan area. And again, this is a very handy function to designate and attack aircraft in close formation. And finally, let's take a look at datalink. Alright, so at this point now we have an AWACS in the mission which is acting as a donor for us. So we see we have an LNS. Let's go ahead and make this our DT2. So we have 10 file targets, and we have a couple hits out there as well. Now, just as you may be familiar with the SA display and lane track scan, the top of the HAFU indicates what we see as unknown at this point, and the bottom half of the HAFU indicates what our donor sees, or AWACS in this case, which is classifying as hostile. But go ahead and put the TTC over our LNS here. We do an IFF interrogation, it comes back negative. So this is classified as a hostile now. And we do the same thing with the DT2. And because we're in manual scan centering, let's go ahead and move it off to the right here. And what we'll see is the contacts on the left will then transfer to donor-only surveillance tracks. First one just popped in. And as you can see now, the AWACS is taking over the scan for those targets that our radar is no longer seeing. But we go ahead and slew our radar back over these guys, then they'll start popping in again. So you can see that using the donor system of the datalink track while scanning can be super useful as well. Anyhow, folks, I really hope you enjoyed this little video on Twiz, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.